I didn't know him well, my father, and he lived a troubled life. But I know that when he was around your age, he dreamed of something more than his lot in life. He dreamed of that magical place. He dreamed of coming to study in America. And when I was around your age, I traveled back to his home country of Kenya for the first time to learn his story. And I went to a tiny village called Alego where his stepmother still lives, in the house where he grew up, and I visited his grave. And I asked her if there was anything left for me to know him by. And she opened a trunk and she took out a stack of letters. And this is an elderly woman who doesn't read or write, but she had saved these letters, more than 30 of them, written in his hand and addressed to colleges and universities all across America. They weren't that different from the letters that I wrote when I was trying to get into college, or the ones that you wrote when you were hoping to come here. They were written in the simple, sometimes awkward, sometimes grammatically incorrect, unmistakably hopeful voice of somebody who is just desperate for a chance, just desperate to live his unlikely dream. And somebody at the University of Hawaii, halfway around the world, chose to give him that chance. And because that person gave a young man a chance, he met a young woman from Kansas. They had a son in the land where all things are possible. And one of my earliest memories from growing up in Hawaii is of sitting on my grandfather's shoulders to see the astronauts from one of the Apollo space missions come ashore after a successful splashdown. You remember that, no matter how young you are as a child. It's one of those unforgettable moments when you first realize the miracle that is what this country is capable of. And I remember waving a little American flag on top of my grandfather's shoulders, and thinking about those astronauts and thinking about space. And today, on this day, more than 40 years later, I took my daughters to the Kennedy Space Center. And even though we didn't get to see the Space Shuttle Endeavour launch, we met some of the astronauts and we toured the Space Shuttle Atlantis. And looking at my daughters, I thought of how things come full circle. I thought of all that we've achieved as a nation since I was their age. A little brown boy sitting on my grandfather's shoulders. And I thought about all I want us to achieve by the time they have children of their own. That's my proof that the idea of America endures. That's my evidence that our brave endeavor on this earth continues. And every single day I walk into the Oval Office, and for all the days of my life, I will always remember that in no other nation on earth could my story be possible. Could your stories be possible? That is something I celebrate. That is something that drives every decision I make. So what I ask of you, graduates, as you walk out of here today is this: pursue success, do not falter. When you make it, pull somebody else up, preserve our dream. Remember, your life is richer. When people around you have a shot at opportunity as well, strive to widen that circle of possibility. Strive to forge that big, generous, optimistic vision of America that we inherited. Strive to carry that dream forward to future generations. Thank you. Congratulations. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America.